class, moving towards eagle pose. It's a pose that, for whatever reason, I often forget about it. I don't teach it very often, but whenever I do, I find that my body really craves it and I appreciate it. So here's hoping it's the same for you. For today's class, it may be helpful to use a block. I don't have one available, so I won't be doing so, but I'll let you know when you might use it. Just optional, but if you have one and you know you need it for half moon pose, you can go ahead and grab it now. And let's jump right in today. We're gonna move quite a bit, move what is stagnant, breathe into whatever is here. We'll make our way onto our backs. Starting class today in reclined butterfly pose. Bringing the soles of the feet to touch, knees out wide. And then interlace your hands behind your head. As always, I empower you to make the choices you need, so everything I say is entirely optional. Think of what I say as little sparks. If something that I invite in physicality sparks and sets the flame to curiosity, then feel free. But let the breath guide. That's my only ask over the next hour or so. Just beginning to observe the way that the breath moves the body. Beginning to listen. As the body speaks. If your hands are interlaced underneath your head, go ahead and switch the interlock of the hands. So opposite pinky, opposite thumb on top. Allowing the elbows to be heavy, the head to be heavy in the hands. Noticing how the body is speaking today. So notice what resistance is here. And see if you can feed it with breath. So the body acts as this incredible portal to presence. The body reminds us, now is now. Would you like to be here? Are you here? How much of yourself is free and available right now? Gently begin to release the arms. And then just notice what's here. Take a few slow rounds of breath. Observe how the belly rises. Notice how it falls. And then gently, you can use your hands, guide the knees in towards one another, and then hug the knees in towards the chest. And with curiosity, just explore this really simple shape. You can sway from side to side. You can circle the knees. Just taking inventory. And as we move throughout class, know there's never a physical expression that's more valuable than any other. The value of any given moment in a yoga practice is our capacity to be aware. So awareness is the indication of advanced practice, nothing else. Supine figure 4. Bring your right ankle to the left knee, extend through the ball of the right foot, draw the toes back in towards the shin, and then you can interlace your hands to the left hamstring, the left shin. You could also keep the left foot on the ground. We're looking for those initial layers of resistance in the outer right hip. Sensation might be significant, but it doesn't distract from the breath. The breath, that's our portal. Our connection to the body, the breath, it's paramount. As you're ready, open the arms wide, arms out to your feet. Slide the right thigh over the left. You can stay there, or you might bring the top of the right foot underneath the left calf. Shift your hips 1 or 2 inches to the right, and then lower the knees to the left, coming into a spinal twist. A deep one at that, so now you can release the bind of the legs. The left hand can come to the legs. You can keep the gaze neutral. You can also choose to look over either shoulder. Again, there's never right or wrong. There's only expressions of what we need right now. Stay with the breath. Notice where your inhales get stuck, where the breath no longer reaches. Consciously sending your exhales to that place. Drawing the navel up and in. Inhale, draw the knees back in towards the midline. You can release the bind of the legs. Supine figure 4, opposite side. Bring your left ankle to the right knee, and then you can keep the right foot on the ground or find your appropriate edge, the appropriate depth. Knowing there's no physical hierarchy within yoga. The depth of the practice, it's what you can't see, what you can't measure. It's only what you can integrate in how you human, how you relate with the world, how you can relate with yourself within. Meeting resistance with breath. Open the arms wide, arms out to a T. Slide the left thigh over the right. Bind your edge. Double bind is there for you if you want it. Shift your hips 1 or 2 inches to the left and lower the knees to the right. Breathe into whatever is here. There might be some snaps, some crackles, some pops. Some clarity, some confusion, some ease, some effort. It's all welcome. Soften what you can. Release whatever's not aligned. Next inhale, bring the knees back in towards the midline. Release the bind of the legs. Hug the knees in towards the chest once again. And we'll rock and roll all the way up to a seat. Okay. Landing in any comfortable cross-legged position. You always have the option to elevate the hips on a block or a blanket. That's the right variation if you find that you round in the back body. Connect through the sit bones. Notice the temperature of the breath as it moves in and out the nose. Close the eyes. Relax your arms towards the body. Moving with the breath, follow and exhale all the way out. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, palms to touch. Exhale, hands through to the heart center. Twice more, just like that. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, move slow. Exhale to the heart. Last time, inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale to a twist. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Left fingertips come behind the body for support. Neck can stay neutral, so gaze with the eyes as opposed to the neck. As you inhale, get tall from the ground up. Exhale, allow the twist to occur with the encouragement of the breath. The twist occurs from above the belly button. Every inhale invites length into the shape, and every exhale gifts you some space that you can create with. What do you need to create? That's your question. Okay. Keep right hand as is. Inhale, reach the left arm high. And then as you exhale, bring your left hand towards your right knee. Good. So we're creating a little twist. Good. And then there's no exact science, so if grabbing the knees is not feasible, you can come on the thighs. We're going to move through some cat-cows with the upper body. As you inhale, tilt slightly forward, extend through the heart space, glide your shoulder blades together as best as you can. You can shift the gaze slightly up. And then as you exhale, you tilt backwards, draw the navel up and in, chin towards your chest. Puff up the space between the shoulders. Notice what's here. Good. So we move through these cat-cow-like motions with your own breath. As you inhale, pull the heart forward. And as you exhale, you round the back body. Good. Twice more. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, twist opposite side. Left fingertips come to the right knee. Right fingertips come behind the body for support. Just take your time. There's no need to hurry. With every inhale you take, find length through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, soften into what already is. Notice the breath as it moves in and out the nose. Inhale, reach your right arm up. And as you exhale, cross the arm to the left knee. Good. Moving with the breath. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, round the back body. 3 more cycles of breath, your pace. No, you never have to move one breath to one movement. I just ask that the breath is the inspiration behind whatever expression you choose to create. Next inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale to a tabletop position. So you'll soften your hands down to the ground. Shift your hips above the knees. First we'll work into the wrists before we do anything else. Bring your fingertips to face towards the outer edges of the mat. And then just begin to sway the shoulders above the wrists from side to side. So exploring some degree of discomfort, but approaching it with curiosity. And then shift your fingertips backwards towards the knees. Wrist creases shine forward. So this might be more than enough. You could also choose to peel the heels of the hands off of the ground, bending your arms As if you were moving towards chaturanga arms, meaning they're hugging towards the side bodies as opposed to the elbows splaying out towards the edges of the mat, if that makes sense. And then slowly shift your fingertips forward. Cat-cow. Inhale, lower the belly towards the ground, spread through the sit bones, spread through the collarbones, lift your gaze. Exhale, pressing through the palms, through the shoulders, round the back body. Twice more, your pace. Inhale, come back to neutral. Walk your palms one hand distance forward, curl your toes behind you, glide the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And just explore. So for now, move how you would move if you truly knew you couldn't do anything right, you couldn't do anything wrong. That's always the case, but sometimes we need the reminders. Explore. What's it like to be in the body today? And in this infinite place of possibility, you might as well do what feels good. Eventually landing in some form of stillness, press the palms down and forward, draw the navel up and in, bending the legs as much as it takes so that you can feel the tailbone is the highest portion of the body. You're melting the chest, melting your shoulders towards the thighs. Okay. The heels touching the ground doesn't matter. Big inhale all together through the nose. Exhale, big sigh, let it out the mouth. Ragdoll pose. Walk your feet forward towards the top of the space. Take the slow, gentle path to get there. Eventually landing in such a way that this really is like a ragdoll, meaning there's passivity here. So passivity I think of as the absence of ambition. You're bending your legs so much that your chest can fall heavy, the heads can be heavy, the head, singular. And feel free to move. You can wiggle. You can shake. Soften your fingertips down to the ground. Inhale, hands to shins or thighs. Let the chest rise halfway up. Our goal is to get long from the tailbone to the center of the heart to the crown of the head. So if you find your back is rounding a lot, you can walk your hands up the legs. Shift your body weight forward towards the balls of the feet. Big inhale into the side bodies. Exhale, chest to thighs, fold forward. Inhale, root to rise. Reach the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms out, not palms to touch. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Inhale, Utkatasana chair pose. Bend the knees, reach the arms high. Good. So in this first round, we'll stay here for a few rounds of breath. Check that you can see your toes. If you can't, shift your body weight back. So much so you might even be able to peel the toes off of the ground. There is a magnet strongly connecting your tailbone, tilting the tailbone towards the heels, drawing the navel up and in, sinking into the hips, arms extend up, buoyant through the heart. Good. Follow and exhale all the way out. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms high. Exhale, hands to the heart. Flowing quicker with the breath. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest, halfway lift, weight forward towards the toes. Exhale, chest to thighs, fold forward. Inhale, Utkatasana chair pose, one breath. Exhale, straighten the arms, straighten the legs, relax the arms. Once more. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chest to thighs. Inhale, Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, stand tall, relax the arms. Inhale, reach the arms high, soften the shoulders. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest, halfway lift. Palms to the floor, step your feet back to a plank. So you could soften your knees down to the ground here. Our focus is really on stability in the upper body. Press your palms actively into the ground. Draw the navel up and in. Puff up the space between the shoulders. So the opposite of the shoulder blades squeezing towards one another. Heels back, heart forward. Maybe your legs are lifted, maybe not. Integrity in the upper body is our physical goal. But far more than that, our larger goal, our more transformative goal, is the connection to the breath, our connection to presence. Take in one more big inhale here. Exhale, elbows hug the ribs, knees down or not. Slowly lower down to the belly with control, lowering in one long line of energy. Tops of the feet down to the ground. Open the arms wider than the mat. Elbows point straight up towards the ceiling. Find that connection of the tailbone towards the heels, slightly engaging the glutes, engaging the legs. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower your right ear, your right cheek down towards the ground, gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, lower the left shoulder down. Inhale through center. Once more, each side, your pace. Inhale, rise up through center. Exhale, heart to the earth. Right hand right by the low ribs. Open the left arm wide, left palm faces down. Bend the right leg, roll to the left, and then bring any portion of that right foot down to the ground. So the right foot, it can be anywhere you want. It could be in front of the extended left leg, that'll be less sensation. It might be well behind. You can even bring the left foot down to the ground for more like a bridge pose. Legs could be in a fetal position. Our left shoulder is the focus. Breathing space where we don't perceive it. The light, the breath. It is the light. They're interchangeable. So we're shining the light of our awareness into those dark, often ignored portions of the body. And slowly release, lower your belly down to the ground. And we'll jump right in, left palm right underneath the left shoulder, right arm opens wide. Bend the left leg, roll to the right hip, bringing any portion of that left foot down to the ground. Okay. So today's class, it moves quite quickly. But we're always radically responsible for our inner experience. So you can dictate the pace, you can control it all by staying connected to the breath. And slowly release, lower your belly down to the ground. Palms underneath the shoulders, curl your toes behind you, engage the legs so much your kneecaps up top of the ground. On an exhale, the breath decides, you'll rise up through plank, tabletop, or child's pose. Back to downward facing dog. Tilt the tail high, melt the chest down, press the palms down and forward. Next inhale, reach your right leg high, three-legged dog. For now, just explore. You can open the hips, you can stack the hips, you can close them, you can move in a way that doesn't have a name. Inhale into the side bodies. Exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Good. For now, we'll keep our left leg lifted. Come up on tented fingertips. As you inhale, pull the center of the heart forward. Hug your right knee towards your right bicep. Extend the left heel back. Lengthen the heart forward. And as you exhale, draw the navel up and in. Straighten the right leg any amount. Maybe you even flex that right foot. Do whatever feels good. We're going to flow between those two shapes. Inhale to that low lunge, runner's lunge. And as you exhale, rounding the back body. Good. Once more. Inhale back to that low lunge. We're going to do a little bit of fancy footwork here. We'll turn all 10 toes over to our right. Good. You might need to adjust, bring the right foot slightly back, left palm slightly forward. As you sink into the hips, extend your right arm towards the back of the mat. This is lizard lunge. If you're not familiar with it, if you're not comfortable within it, the practice is still to breathe into all of that. If you love it, your practice is to breathe in all of that. Moving with the breath. Inhale, arc the right arm up. Begin to lift the hips, right bicep by the right ear. And as you exhale, extend the right fingertips back, sink the hips down to the ground. Good. Twice more. Inhale, arc the right arm up. Pivot the 10 toes forward once again. Exhale, right foot back to a plank. Good. Exhale, elbows hug the ribs. Your version of your vinyasa. So I didn't give any instructions there for vinyasa. Vinyasa means linking breath with movement. It doesn't mean chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog, though that's the most common adaptation. But how does your breath tell you to move? For today, I'd like you to listen to that more so than any aesthetic instructions I could give you. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Explore what's here. Big inhale into the side bodies. Exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Good. Track that left knee over the left ankle. Come up on attentive fingertips. Here's where a block might be awesome. As you inhale, extend the right heel back, lengthen the center of the heart forward. Exhale, straighten the left leg any amount, navel towards the back body. Flow between those two shapes. Inhale back to low lunge. And now we'll pivot over quarter turn over our left shoulder as we bring all 10 toes to face towards the left as best as possible, sinking into the hips. Good. You can let the right shoulder shrug by the right ear, that might help. Extend your left fingertips towards the back of the space. Inhale, arc the upper arm, lift through the hips. And as you exhale, sink into the hips, let the right shoulder come to the right ear. Good. Twice more. Inhale back to that runner's lunge. And as you inhale, left foot back. We meet in downward facing dog. Big inhale all together through the nose. Exhale, big sigh, let it out the mouth. Inhale, walk, step or hop your feet forward all the way between the hands. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, chest to thighs, fold forward. Inhale, root to rise, reach the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, so we're gonna move through a bit of a balancing sequence. The breath will be the stability within all that wobbles, within all that shakes. Find the tailbone towards the heels, draw the navel up and in, hands to the heart, and then hover that right thigh. It's called standing staff pose. You can engage the right leg, the right ankle. Draw the navel up and in, get a little bit taller through the crown of the head. Wherever the eyes go, the mind's gonna go too. So find a soft and steady point of focus with the eyes. All right, so keeping the hips squared, both facing forward. Begin to open up the right knee to the right. You can bring your hands to the hips as well for an extra layer of stability. Inhale, slowly draw the right knee back in towards your midline. All right. To warrior three or grounded airplane, extend the right foot actively towards the back of the space. Your right pinky toe faces down towards the ground as you tilt the chest to a 45-degree angle. So you can keep your hands at the heart. You can bring your hands down to the ground. This is probably the easier variation for what we're gonna do next. Good, we'll take in a big inhale. Exhale, Jiva squat. So right knee behind the left, gaze towards the navel, make yourself small, hands on the ground or not. Good. Inhale, expand, warrior three or grounded airplane. Exhale, hug it in. Good. Last time, big inhale. Full exhale. Stay right here. Bring the left hand to the upper left corner of the mat. Right hand to the hip. Big inhale, lengthen the heart forward. And as you exhale, half moon pose. Stack the right hip above the left. Imagine like you're leaning onto a wall behind you. Right shoulder is working to stack over the left. The right hip tries to stack over the left. A block underneath the left hand would also be lovely. Good. Taking one more big inhale here. Exhale, warrior two. Bend into the left knee. Whee! Feel free to straighten it and then come back in. Tracking the left knee towards the left pinky toe. Grounding firmly through the outer edge of the right foot. Arms open up wide to a T. One strong line of energy from fingertip to fingertip. Flip your palms up towards the ceiling. As you inhale, straighten the left leg any amount, palms to touch overhead. And as you exhale, sink into the hips. Warrior two, soften the shoulders back and down the spine. Good. Twice more with the breath. Inhale to five-pointed star. Pivot your toes to face parallel. Lengthen the heart. Energize all the way through to the tips of the fingers. Big inhale here. Exhale, Skandianasana. So we'll lunge into our right knee. Bring our toes on our left foot straight up towards the ceiling, sinking into the hips. So that's a huge physical movement. Know that it might look like this. Whatever it takes to keep that right foot grounded, I advocate for you to stay within that layer of resistance. Wherever you are, remember, the breath holds us radically responsible for our inner experience. Stay with it. Breathe into whatever it's here. It's very temporary. All right, another big movement. Follow and exhale all the way out. As you inhale, charge into the right foot, draw the navel up and in, rise up back to five-pointed star. Exhale to warrior two. Bend your left knee right above the left ankle. Track the left knee towards left pinky toe. Arms open wide, gaze is steady. Good. If you need your hands for that movement, that's completely welcome. Flip your left palm up towards the ceiling. Inhale, breathe it high, reverse the warrior. So there's little to no weight in the right hand. Keep the the depth in the front knee. Left knee stays right above left ankle, left knee towards the pinky toe. Drawing the navel up and in, breath moves into the side bodies. One more full inhale there. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring your left elbow to the left knee. Sweep your right bicep by the right ear. Here our goal is to open up through the right side body. With every inhale you take, find some space to work with. Extending the fingertips forward, breathing space between the ribs. And as you exhale, rotating your left ribs underneath the right. Right side of the body opens up towards the ceiling. Inhale, one breath, reverse the warrior, left fingertips high up. Exhale, cartwheel your arms all the way down to the ground. Inhale, step the left foot back to a plank. Exhale, your path to downward facing dog. And we're back in downward dog. We're the witness to whatever's happening underneath the surface. Follow and exhale all the way out to the very, very end. Inhale, walk, step or hop your feet forward all the way between the hands. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift, gaze is long. Exhale, chest to thighs, fold forward. Inhale, root to rise, reach the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Ground through all four corners of that right foot. Find your midline, draw the navel up and in, begin to engage the glutes. And then hover your left thigh. You can keep your left leg strong and active, your left foot, your left ankle strong and active. What do you need? You can keep your hands as they are. They can come to the hips as you slowly open the left knee out to the left. As you do so, imagine like your right hip is trying to stare straight forward as the left knee guides outward towards the left. So it's this counter action in the hips. Inhale, left knee back to center. Exhale to warrior three, or one-legged halfway lift, hands down on the ground, or not. This is my fun side. Find the stability. Big inhale here. Exhale, G the squat. Twice more. On your third exhale, stay in that tight little package. Right hand in the upper right corner of the mat, left hand to the hip. Big inhale here. And as you exhale, try to open up the left side of your body up towards the ceiling. Right hand could be at a block. We're trying to lean on that imaginary wall behind us, getting as long as we could from the left heel to the center of the heart. Good. One more full inhale. Exhale to warrior two. Good. Woo! This one's a bit of a doozy in the legs. Stay present. Track the right knee towards the right pinky toe. Ground firmly through the back foot. Find the point of focus with the eyes. Flipping the palms upwards towards the ceiling. Moving with the breath. Inhale, straighten the right leg, reach the arms high. Exhale, sink into the hips. 2 more cycles. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Warrior two stance in the low body, drawing the navel up and in. Breath moves into the side bodies. Keep lifting through the heart, keep lifting through the shoulders. Or rather, I'm sorry y'all, if that's not right. I haven't done that on film yet, so this is fun. We'll come into warrior two once again. Flip your palms. Nope. I was correct the first time around. Trust your intuition, y'all. Palms face up. Flowing with the breath. Inhale, straighten the right leg any amount, palms to touch overhead. Exhale, sink into the hips any amount. Good. Let's do it 2 more times just for fun. Inhale to 5-pointed star. There we are. There we go. Exhale, Skandyanasana. Bend into the left leg any amount. This time around, stamping through the sole of the right foot, drawing the toes back in towards the shin, noticing the connection of foot to your inner right hip. Any variations are welcome. Think of it like a dance. Create what you need to. Follow and exhale all the way out. Here it's helpful to shift your body weight slightly forward. Step into the strength of that left foot, reach the arms high. Exhale to warrior 2. Flip the right palm up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Reach your right fingertips high up. Track the right knee towards the right pinky toe. Draw the navel up and in. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring your right elbow to the right knee. Sweep the left bicep by the left ear. With every inhale you take it long on the left side of the body. Exhales to rotate your right ribs underneath the left. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your arms all the way down to the ground. Inhale to plank. We meet in downward facing dog. Hey. All right, friends. We are going to move through that sequence, 1 breath to 1 movement. It's quite a lot. Notice what you notice. Everything, it's an invitation to feel. Treat it as such. Get curious. Let the breath move the body. Big inhale all together through the nose. Exhale, big sigh, let it out the mouth. Inhale, walk, step, or hop your feet forward all the way between the hands. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, chest to thighs, fold forward. Inhale, reach the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, standing staff, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee to the right. Inhale, standing staff. Exhale, warrior 3 or 1-legged halfway lift. Full inhale. Exhale, Jiva squat. Inhale, expand. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, half moon. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the left leg, palms to touch. Exhale, sink into the hips. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, Skandyanasana. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the arms all the way down to the ground. Inhale to plank, your Vinyasa. Make the choice. Downward dog, child's pose, tabletop. 5 rounds of breath. Feeling what already is. Now is now. So you want to be here too. Downward facing dog as you're ready. Big inhale all together through the nose. Exhale, big sigh, let it out the mouth. Inhale, walk, step, or hop your feet forward all the way between the hands. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, root to rise, reach the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, standing stack, left leg lifts. Exhale, open the hip. Inhale, standing stack. Exhale, warrior three, one-legged halfway lift. Exhale, Jiva squat. Inhale, expand. Last time, exhale, contract. Inhale, half move. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the right leg, reach the arms high. Exhale, sink into the hips. Inhale, five-pointed star. Exhale, Skandinasana. Inhale, five-pointed star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the arms all the way down to the ground. Inhale, to plank. Through a vinyasa, if you want it. Once in down dog. Feel it's moving once again. Our last little push, eagle pose. Follow an exhale all the way out to the very, very end. Inhale, walk, step or hop your feet forward all the way between the hands. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, chest to thighs, fold forward. Inhale, root to rise, reach the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Whee! All right, team. So for now, you can relax the arms, give it a shake, give it a wiggle. Hopefully you're all still with me. We're going to come into eagle pose. As always, I'm going to give you a parameter of instruction. Your only job is to play, to explore within it, to make up your own rules. So ground through all four corners of the left foot. Initially, you can bring your hands to the heart. First, find standing staff pose. Hover that right thigh. Okay. And then begin to bend into the left leg as you cross your right thigh over the left. So first step is to bring your right big toe down to the ground like a kickstand. The more you sink into the hips, the easier the action actually is. Our goal in this shape is to keep the hip bones forward. So you can stay here. You could also wrap the right foot either behind the left calf, or you can wrap it all the way around. In my body, it anatomically doesn't work. It never has, so I don't do it. Honor what you need. Hands to the heart, sink into the hips. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, eagle arms. Wrap your right arm underneath the left so you can stack the elbows and move towards an active hug, or your right fingertips can find the left palm. Sink into the hips. We're here for a few rounds of breath. You're welcome to work through some cat-cows as well. As you inhale, lift the elbows, lift the fingertips, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, navel towards the back body, round the spine. A few more cycles of breath. Next, inhale, standing staff pose. So stamp into the left foot, hover the right thigh, reach the arms high. Exhale, release it all. Then give it a shake, give it a wiggle. Let it on go. Okay, on to the next. Ground through all four corners of your right foot. Transition your body weight there. Hands to the heart. Woo. Hover that left thigh, standing staff. And then bend into the right leg as you cross the left thigh over the right. You might be like me and fall out. That's all good. Left big toe can be a kickstand, or as you sink into the hips, you might bring your left foot behind the right calf. So when I do so, just so you guys can see, my hips now want to move to the right. And remember, our goal is to keep the hips forward. So for me, I keep that kickstand shape. Sink into the hips. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, eagle arms. Wrap your left arm underneath the right, or find your left fingertips to the right palm. Sink into the hips. Create what needs to move, what needs to be expressed over the next few rounds of breath. Inhale to standing step. Hover the left leg. Exhale, let it go. Good. Give it a shake, give it a wiggle. Back towards the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Bend the knees, reach the arms high. We're not here very long. Draw the navel up and then sink into the hips. Squeeze everything towards the midline. And then probably a whole lot slower than you want to, begin to sink the hips all the way down to the earth, coming into as deep of a squat as you could, and then coming into a seat. Soles of the feet onto the ground. Extend your arms forward. Good. So our goal here is to move with the breath, priority 1. Priority 2 is to keep the feet grounded, extend the arms forward. As you inhale, lean back any amount until you feel your front body start to fire up, and you can keep pressing the feet into the ground. So the movement might be really big. The shoulders might be hovering above the earth. And on an exhale, rise all the way back up, lifting through the heart as you go. A few more rounds of breath, moving up and down or choosing to be still. Next time you're leaning back in space, find that hollow body moment where you really don't want to be, where you don't want to stay. Keep drawing the navel up and in, lifting through the heart, stamping the feet on the ground. Are we breathing? Whee! And slowly release, soften the back body down onto the earth. Walk your heels in, so that as you relax your arms by the sides of the body, your middle fingers should be able to graze the backs of the heels. Find one point of focus up above you, so the neck won't move in the shape. We're going to come into bridge pose. I will say this is going to be our only back bend, our only heart opener, specifically within the class. So if you want full wheel or anything else, you're in charge, please feel free. If you're moving through bridge pose with me, press into the soles of the feet, begin to lift the hips. Feel free to lift through the chest, walk your shoulder blades a bit closer together underneath you. Keep hugging everything in towards your midline, so thighs actively hugging in, hip distance apart, knees hugging in, hip distance apart. And slowly release, vertebra by vertebra, by vertebra. First the upper back, then the mid back, then the low back. Soften the back body down onto the earth. Hug the knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a really gentle squeeze. So the back of the head rests heavy. At this point in class, you can close the eyes. And then gently bringing your knees towards the shoulders. So you can stay here, like a reclined child's pose, knees wide, big toes can move towards one another. Feel free to stay here. You can sway a little bit from side to side. I think of the knees kind of like the sides of a steering wheel. You could also come into happy baby pose, extending your ankles above the knees, receiving your feet from the inner or the outer edges. You can play, sway from side to side. A different version of reclined butterfly pose. So bring the soles of the feet to touch and receive your feet from the pinky edge. Good. So opening the knees wide within reason, whatever happens without too much effort. You can engage through the feet, the ankles, bringing the toes back towards the shins. Maybe beginning to hug the inner feet towards the center line of the chest as you encourage the knees, the hips to open up wide. Our main goal, though, is to ground through the tail. So you could always stay in happy baby pose as well. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Open the arms wide, arms out to a T. Shift your hips 1 or 2 inches to the left. And lower the knees to the right, spinal twist. Just a few rounds of breath, short and sweet, but let it be potent. Potency, it's created through awareness. How much awareness can you invite into these last few conscious breaths of class? Inhale, hug the knees back in towards the midline. Shift your hips 1 or 2 inches to the right and lower the knees to the left, spinal twist. No effort is needed or helpful in this moment. Inhale, hug the knees in towards the midline. Final Shavasana. Open the legs wide, open the arms wide, take up space. You can always take a seated meditation. I typically actually end my practices in a seated meditation unless I'm practicing at night. Honor what you need. You're not bound by tradition. You're just invited to be. Come as you are. You're here to receive. I will leave you here in this place of rest. May you weave beauty into your day, into your evening, from this place. I bow to you. Namaste.